Hello, I'm the voice of reason, and today I'm going to be reviewing an incident that happened at the St Pancras Station. Well, this one's been doing the rounds at the moment, and it's gone viral, and everyone is latching onto it to have their say. Now, since it's happened a couple of weeks ago, I've had time to reflect and examine it more closely. And I can guarantee you I will shed some new light to this incident and expose Brendan for what he really is. Now, hear me out. I need to mention there's been a couple of developments that's come to light which have changed my mind about how I interpret the incident and ultimately helped me to decide who is in the wrong. The first development is we have now confirmation the Chinese group involved is indeed a professional TV crew. They had obtained written permission from Network Rail, the owner of the station, to film at the station on the day of the incident. This is important and plays a big part in legitimising their privacy requests. What you're seeing in the video now is Brendan's camera capturing footage of members of the Chinese TV crew playing the piano. I have to say, when I first watched the video of the incident, like most people, I bought into the antics of Brendan, and I actually was on his side initially until he started to, for some inexplicable reason, turn a normal interaction with the Chinese crew into a political confrontation. The Chinese group, like I said, are a professional TV crew. With all filming crews, whether they're filming a documentary or they're making a film or a program for television perhaps, the media work they produce are protected by copyright. This applies to all filming crews, even when they're working in public. For example, if a film crew is filming in public a scene for a movie, now you can film them in action, but as soon as you upload the video with them on it for commercial use, now you will run the risk of receiving a copyright infringement notice from the film company because their work is protected by copyright and they can sue you for that. So this applies to the work of any TV crew from any country. It applies to the Chinese TV crew as well. Whether they film in public or not, their work is still protected by copyright. If we listen to Brendan here, he clearly acknowledges them being a TV crew.
Anyway, we're here with the Japanese TV crew filming about public pianos, so hope you're all keeping well. Do hit that like button. Of course, the amazing Jim is their production manager, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.
Great.
We've got a Japanese TV crew in the station. Go on, Jim.
This is when it begins, when the Chinese lady approaches Brendan with a request.
Chinese here.
Do you need to, I will see, because we're here film for Chinese TV as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you film us, all of us, in your cameras?
I don't know. Are we allowed?
No.
We're not allowed.
Yeah, so
We're not allowed?
You're not allowed because we're for Chinese TV.
Oh, okay.
This is non-disclosable.
It's not disco?
Yeah, not disclosable.
It's no disco?
It's not disclosable.
It's not disposable?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you film the part that
So will we get in trouble with the Chinese government?
Maybe not, I don't know. But you said you're from Japanese.
No, they'll put you in prison, mate.
So just say that according to the Chinese law, we're not allowed to film you. Is that right? According to the Chinese law, we're not allowed to film you. Is that right?
A quick look back a year ago, we see Brendan encounter a similar situation where a Brazilian lady asked Brendan to stop playing the piano. We didn't see Brendan make the same mistake then, did we?
Let me just check with them if they're done.
Yeah, we're not allowed to play because they're filming up there. No, I'm just doing a Zoom call. I just wanted to play the piano on my Zoom call.
On your Zoom call, okay.
Yeah, on my Zoom call.
Quickly
Yeah,
check if
because
they're
we
okay.
it's in New Zealand as well. It's a light.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So we've just been. Sorry, I'm not allowed to play because security told me not to. And I'm here with this lady from Brazil. What's her name again? Bruna from Brazil. I like the alliteration. The B. Bruna from Brazil is in the production, and she said we're not allowed to play because we might I don't know, do something to the production or something.
Oh, no. It's
Can we start yet?
It's just so the sound doesn't go over the voice
All right.
of the presenter.
Are they finished
and
yet?
Copyright. I'm just going to quickly check
All
if
right.
it's okay for you to
All right.
start playing it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Back to the Pianogate incident.
So basically, we will much appreciate it when you are, whatever you're doing, that you don't put our face on
Yes,
TV.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what will happen if
Just don't do it, please. I will really appreciate that. We just very sensitive about this issue. I'm really sorry, but we love your music.
Yeah,
we
we
would
love
want
your
to stay here
music.
for a lot longer.
I mean, the only
Yeah.
thing is, it's just like there's other people filming as well.
And that's absolutely fine. That's the other people's business. They can make their own decisions.
so,
That's absolutely
so
fine.
how come Sarah? It's the only issue
It's
I've
just
got.
not us, please. Just not us.
No, but
please.
what I'm saying is there's other people filming you as well.
Oh no! It's just make sure that we are very secure in the reason that we don't want our voice or picture being filmed, and then that's just the relationship between you and me, you and us, basically.
What relationship?
Just now, we are very. So I'm gonna repeat that. All of us, we cannot share our images online.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Because
no reason.
why?
That's our choice. That's our right.
Oh, so it's not a legal thing.
It is a legal thing because this is our right. We're protecting, and we don't want our voice or images to be revealed online. I'm really appreciating it. This is not your fault, obviously, and this is not our fault, obviously.
But
That we have our own agreement with other people that we cannot be shown online.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry about this.
So who's allowed to record you then?
Just making sure you're not recording us, yeah. Because if you are recording us, that when we are saying this, you're still recording, and then we will put a legal action into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we will put a legal action
Really?
into it.
For what?
We will.
Legal
I'm
action
sorry, this is the end of the conversation. This is our right we're protecting, and that's it.
But what right? I don't understand.
Image right.
Image right?
Yeah, we're not sharing this.
Just to clarify UK copyright laws, with a quick Google search, which clearly states copyright laws protects media work. So this is entirely applicable to the Chinese cruise situation. All that the lady was doing is she's trying to inform Brendan about her privacy rights. She's not very articulate, but we can clearly hear her mention she's filming for a Chinese TV. She's part of a TV crew, and her work is non-disclosable, as she puts it. Now, immediately, that should raise copyright issues to anyone involved in the media industry. However, for most people, we're in the dark. We're completely oblivious to all the legalities on copyright issues surrounding media companies working in public. These issues would never spring to our minds. But this shouldn't be the case with Brendan. He has a big YouTube channel with millions of followers. If anyone should be aware of possible copyright infringement, it would be him. Instead of understanding the situation, he completely misinterprets their intentions and assumes they're trying to impose Chinese law in Britain, which is absolutely bizarre, even more so if you're in the shoes of the Chinese crew, from their perspective. Now imagine you're trying to explain the industry's rights to someone from the same industry and they refuse to acknowledge them, and even worse, accuse you of being politically motivated. This man Brendan decides to exercise his nationalistic views and behave like a bigot by insisting the Chinese crew were trying to impose Chinese law in Britain, and that his rights to film in a public place have been denied. He's managed to completely turn a normal situation into a political confrontation. It appears he's just looked at their faces and heard them mention Chinese TV and puts them two together, and from selective outrage and assumed they're trying to impose Chinese law on British soil. It was simply a knee-jerk reaction based on prejudice. And by doing so, he's convinced the rest of us to be swept along briefly with his nationalistic behaviour I'm sure most decent people will come round in the end once the dust have settled and realise the big blunder Brendan made.
Are you from China?
That's not a question. The only thing we are arguing is that
Yeah.
we are protecting our own image, right? You're not sharing.
But we're in public.
Yeah, exactly. No sharing.
So we're not allowed
no
to share?
sharing. Yes, no sharing us. Share yourself, that's fine. No sharing us.
Okay.
No
And
sharing.
what-
Please share me.
Oh, share
Yes.
you, yeah. So who,
And if one
but
day,
you see,
like,
the thing is, we're in a
I'm
free,
really sorry, we're on a schedule
But,
here.
so
That-
me too, but we're in a free country, mate.
That's true,
We're
you
not
are in a free
communist
country.
China now, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is racist now. We have to...
No, we're not in communist China. We're in a
No,
free
no,
country.
leave that,
sorry,
just
but I
leave
have
it out,
to.
Brendan.
So,
this is-
we're in a free country, mate. We
Leave
can
it
film
out,
where
not
we
worth
want.
it.
You can call the police if you want. I'll be quite happy to call the police, you know. But listen, we're all free here, mate.
This is free, but we don't want
When
to
you're
share
in Rome, you
images.
do as the Romans do. Sorry.
You're Roman?
Yeah, it's a saying.
Sorry, sorry. We don't want to do it. Yeah, sorry.
You don't want to do what?
Yeah,
To share our image.
To share our image
Well, then you've got to
online.
walk. You've got to walk away then, because
But-
it's a public place.
Yeah, definitely. So I tell you, I just tell my choice. Yeah, we don't want to show our image.
Okay, well you've got to walk away then.
So yeah. Then, but we want to use this piano. This is a public one.
Yeah.
It's a public
It's public,
one.
but you
we
s-
can use it as well. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
and anyone can film because in the UK it's a free country,
That's
and
your,
anyone
but
can
we
film.
have image right. We have
Not in
image.
public. In
No,
China,
no,
but we're not in China.
No, I have my choice. I don't
No,
want
but
much.
we are in Britain, Great Britain. We're not in
I
China.
say I'm also British.
This-
I'm also British. Okay,
thought
I'm
you
also
said you're-
British.
Now we've heard time and time again the Chinese crew exercising their rights to copyright protection, be it firmly, and followed up by a threat of legal action, which they're perfectly entitled to do if they feel their copyright has been infringed upon. Now, at no point did they physically prevent Brendan from filming. All Brendan had to do was walk away and ask them and say to them, "Sue me." You know, if Brendan thinks he's right. There was no need for him to go on a nationalistic rant. But more importantly, here's a nail in the coffin of his argument. Now, all along he's been preaching his rights to film in public. Even that is questionable, because no one has automatic right to film in a public place in a privately owned building, because otherwise the Chinese crew wouldn't have needed to obtain permission to film there in the first place. And to back up my claim, here's a statement written by somebody who's in the know, responding to questions on the rights regarding filming in public. Actually, whether they can film is not determined by whether it is public space or not. It is determined by whether it is private or public land. It's a question of who owns the land the person doing the filming is standing on. The railway stations are privately owned. They are owned by Network Rail. I'm not going to get into a discussion over the fact Network Rail is dominantly owned by British government. That isn't relevant to this discussion. And as the railway stations are privately owned, you need permission from Network Rail in order to film. That is the reality of this situation. Now, whether Network Rail decide it isn't worth their time harassing people for filming without permission is a matter for them. They can choose to not stop individual people from filming, but require commercial film and production companies to have written permission from them. Their land, their rules. So technically, whilst publicly accessible land, the railway station is privately owned and you do not have the automatic legal right to film there. No doubt you will challenge this, because as most people do not actually understand the rules around filming and photography. They just think they do. They foolishly assume the distinction as to whether you need permission or not is based on it being a public space, and that is not correct. Just a quick Google search will confirm this once and for all. So Brendan doesn't even know his own laws. So what's become of him after this incident? It's not surprising that he's become the face for nationalist echo chambers the world over that are against the Chinese government. It serves Brendan well, of course, because it appears he's getting the backing from East Asians. So the perception is he can't be a racist, which is clearly not true. Well, of course, even people with black friends can be racist too, as we all know. But Brendan doesn't waste any time to embrace these anti-Chinese government nationalists. And it appears they're already having a field day at the moment at the expense of these poor Chinese individuals who are clearly the victims of Brendan's brand of nationalism.
Well, I want you to
Please say sorry to her.
No, we're not in
Oh,
China,
that's
mate.
fine. We're not talking.
Are you in the Communist Party or something?
Touch her.
Well,
Don't
away,
touch
and
her.
away
Stay
you
away.
go. We're in a
Stay
free
away.
country now, mate.
Stay away.
You're
Don't
not
touch her.
obviously
Don't
used to
touch her.
democracy.
Do not touch her. Do not.
Judging by his attitude, it seems he classifies anyone who's Chinese looking and waving a Chinese flag is automatically a communist and a member of the Chinese government, not realising that incidents happen near Chinese New Year, and the reason for them waving Chinese flags is for festive reasons. They could be Chinese Malaysians, and Brendan wouldn't be any wiser. And if he claims UK is a free country, then why is he prejudging people who have the right to wave another country's flag and spew nationalistic rhetoric at them? Where they're from is totally irrelevant because it was a copyright issue, not a freedom of speech issue. They don't deserve this. Not everyone who has ties to the Chinese media are a member of the Chinese government, and not everyone who waves a Chinese flag are communists and are born in China. This blanket approach to judging people is unacceptable in any culture. I think there's something much deeper and sinister at work here. The Chinese crew are receiving hate because they're just pawns in a geopolitical world in conflict. Those who have jumped on the bandwagon to condemn them are just politically motivated. They have the same political anti-Chinese government agenda. Already, there's been conspiracy theories that they're all linked to the CCP. Of course, this misinformation are coming from those exact echo chambers I've already mentioned. And what about this guy who decides to take side without knowing all the facts? He doesn't like being filmed, but it's alright for him to literally order Brendan's cameraman to stop filming, and yet Brendan didn't ask him or anyone else who stopped him from filming in the past where they are from. So that's a clear example of selective outrage and discrimination.
Our right. It's our right.
He was here already. Get that camera out, my friend. Look.
No, it's all right. We're just getting there, mate. It's
So
all right,
the
we're getting there.
original issue is that we were.
He's very aggressive.
Do you think I'm trying to touch your friend?
Come on, look at his stuff. Does he look very aggressive? Listen, don't like it. Fuck off, yeah.
You cannot say like this way.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Just for fucking evidence.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I thought you was with them.
That's
Sorry.
no, that's my mate Ramin.
Sorry,
No,
sorry.
she's recording you for evidence.
I
Listen,
thought I was getting a camera out, mate.
No, that's all right, Dave. Thanks, Dave. They've fucking got the police over here.
Oh, yeah, well, that's no way to get rid of him.
Even this young man is trying to explain to Brendan about the situation he doesn't understand.
Man, we just got in trouble with the police. You tell them, man.
I'm trying to now tell you that apparently
What's
you're
going
making
on?
hundreds of grams a month, yeah, they're saying.
Who said I'm making hundreds? It doesn't matter.
That's
It's a
what
free-
I said.
It's a free space.
So they said you can't make money off this in a public space, yeah? They said, oh, you're not allowed to post it. I said, so what? So I said, if I come here every day and record him, I posted it, I could. They said, yes. I said, well, how does that work then? If he can make his own. And then they said, oh, but then if I started making money from it,
Well,
then I can.
you're not allowed to do anything.
They've
I
not got a clue.
think people just need to chill out a bit.
To chill out a bit. He says to them they need to chill out a bit.
I think people just need to chill out a bit.
Now you understand the situation. It's a bit late for that, I'm afraid, Brendan. Legal action will proceed. And long and behold, legal action did follow. You know what they say, you live by the sword. I'm not going to show the video, but you can hear the audio.
Hi guys, Dr. K here. I've just got back from London. It's Friday, the 2nd of February. I just did the accordion video with Zoe. You might have seen it. And I just opened my Gmail to this wonderful email from the YouTube legal support team. This is about the 11th complaint I've got about the Pianogate live stream. I thought we had won, but I've just got this. Upon additional review, we found that the personal information issue has not been sufficiently removed. And basically, they want me to go through the live stream and put blurring things in front of people's faces in all these places in the live stream. Now, even if I do that, you can still hear the people's voices. And I believe that the people who are sending in the complaints don't even want their voices heard. So, unfortunately, I thought we had won, but it looks like YouTube is still pursuing the concept of actually removing the video altogether. So, as I said, you have my permission to download it. This is the current state of play. I don't know how long the live stream will stay up, but guys, it's still happening and they're still sending me these legal letters through YouTube. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. God bless you all.
So what's the conclusion? It's pretty obvious Brendan went on a nationalistic political rant after misinterpreting the Chinese crew's intentions on UK copyright and image right claims, which they have already stated more than once. Yet it all went over Brendan's head, and then he decides to escalate the argument into a political one by first asking where they're from, totally irrelevant to a copyright infringement claim. And then he starts throwing communist jibes and claiming his automatic rights to film in a public space that aren't there to begin with. Because the station is privately owned, his rights to film at the station are up to the discretion of the owner/owners. Without freedom of speech, it was really about copyright issues. Mr. Brendan has led us up the garden path. This seems to be a forte of his. When you check out his YouTube channel, he's not shy of controversy when it comes to antagonizing individuals to increase view numbers for his videos. It's a good strategy, but it's very disingenuous.